Alright, moving on to number 2. Remember, to take this and use a matrix to solve it, you gotta take all your coefficients there and you turn it into a coefficient matrix or an augmented matrix. The coefficients on the x and y here are both 1. The y has a subtract in front of it, so we're going to put that as -1, and then 11, because that's on the right side. 2 is the next coefficient, and the next one is 1, and then we got 19. So remember, we're trying to get this to reduced row echelon form, which is 1, 0, 0, 1, and then just numbers here on the right side. Okay, well, we're really close to getting this first row, so it has a 0 there in the second spot, because if you add 1 to that, it becomes 0. So take row 1 and add row 2. And we'll just leave row 2 the way it is right now. So take row 1, add row 2, so you gotta do 1 plus 2, which is 3. And you gotta do -1 plus 1, which is 0. And you gotta do 11 plus 19, which is 30. And then the second row stays the same. At this point I realized this first row would almost be matching with that one if I took everything and divided by 3. And so I'll take row 1 and divide it by 3. And we'll leave row 2 the way it is right now. We'll rewrite row 1 to get 1, 0, 10. The second row is still just 2, 1, 19. Okay, now we're at this point. My top one is ready to go. It's in the proper form, which is the 1, 0, and then number. The second one, though, needs a little bit of work. It's almost there, but I notice here I got a 2, 1. I want it to be 0, 1. Well, to do that, I could just take my first equation, times it by 2, and then subtract it from the second equation, the second line. So I'm going to leave my first row the same, but I'm going to take row 2, I'm going to subtract 2 times row 1. First row stays the same, 1, 0, 10. I'm going to take second row, I'm going to times by twice the first row. So 2 minus 2 times 1, which is 0. And you got 1 minus 2 times 0, it's just 1. And then you got 19 minus 2 times 10. Well, 2 times 10 is 20, so 19 minus 20 gives you -1. And we are in RREF form. It's done. Okay? So realize your last column there are your answers when you have it in reduced row echelon form. You got 10 as your x, and -1 is your y, so you get the point 10, -1. Ta-da. That one's done.